Hey guys, welcome to Planning with Crystal. So today's advent calendar unboxing is the rather beautiful advent calendar from MAC for 2022. So I bought this myself, as I do with most of my advent calendars. This was £165, but I've worked out the worth and the value is over £400. So actually this is a really good option. So I personally love MAC. I know it's probably not the most popular kind of makeup range anymore, but I really like their stuff. I think it's great. So I love what they've done with the calendar. This is quite textured. It feels like it looks, if you know what I mean. But what makes this really cool is, and this is going to be probably quite difficult for me to show you, it's got a little hole on top for you to put your finger in, and then you kind of turn it around. It's almost like a Lazy Susan style thing. You turn it around and then your numbers kind of appear in these gaps. The challenge with this is finding where your number's gone. So it's a 24-day calendar. In this video I'm going to try on pretty much everything in here. I'm slightly concerned because there are an awful lot of lip products as to whether my lips are going to fall off, but hopefully by the end of the video you'll know if this is a calendar for you, and you can let me know which colours work for me as well if you'd like. So we're just going to start pulling stuff out and trying it out. They're calling this the Bursting with Surprises advent calendar. I really like what MAC have done this year. I also bought this. This is one of their new Christmas sets. Look at this packaging. I mean, it's stunning. This was £60, but it has 6 products inside. Now this is the Velvet Teddy version. They also do like a red version. So this has got 6 different types of Velvet Teddy. It's got slightly different shades and then slightly different formulations of it as well. If you'd like to see a video on that, do let me know, because I thought that was so cool, and I thought £60 for 6 full-size lip products from MAC is actually a really good deal. Okay, let's get into the unboxing. Okay, day number 1. They are just kind of little cardboard doors. They are quite, not flimsy, they seem relatively well made, but I don't think it'd be that easy to reuse because of the size of the gaps. I guess you could store lipsticks and bits of makeup in, but you're not going to get any huge things in here. Everything is wrapped up in black tissue paper. So for day number 1 we get a full-size Powder Kiss liquid lip colour. This is in the shade Mull It Over. It's a full-size 5ml. This is worth £22. I'm going to apply it, we're going to put it on, we're going to see what it looks like. I think the idea with this one, I think it's one of those where it's supposed to look like a blotted lipstick when I've got it on, but you tell me, we'll see what it looks like. It has got a kind of blotted, almost powdery texture to it. It feels nice enough on the lips, it's just not quite what I'm used to from a lip product. So it does seem to have that little bit of a kind of powdery finish to it, and it does sort of seem like it would be buildable, so you could get a little bit more of a colour payoff if you wanted to. But that is day number 1. What do we think? Day number 2. Day number 2 is a mini lip glass. I nearly said MAC. Of course it's MAC. They're all MAC. So this is in 7ml or 0.24 fluid ounce. This is actually sold as a travel size for £12.50. It's got a little applicator like that, so you can just smooth it on over the lips. So this is what it looks like with nothing under it. It does have a little bit of a stickiness to it. Like, I almost think if there was a gust of wind my hair would stick to it, you know, that kind of thing. But I do think this is a good product because I think it applies itself really well over lipsticks. If you want to add shine to a less shiny lipstick, it's a good option, and I do think it looks quite nice on its own. Not saying it's the best formulation ever, like I said, it's kind of sticky. But yeah, I think it's a handy one to just kind of have in your bag, top up with. Feels like it's sort of moisturising as well. Obviously it's hard to tell if I've only got it on for a short amount of time, but like I said, I like the fact as well that I can pair this with some of the colours as well. So that's day number 2. This is literally going to be one of the most difficult unboxings because it's hard to find the number and then find which window it appears in. So there's going to be a lot of editing required with this one. Day number 3. So this is something I could have done with behind day number 1, to be fair. It's MAC Prep and Prime. If you've never heard of or tried this product before, you need to look into it. So this is basically, as the name would suggest, something to prime your lips with, and this is kind of how much product you get in, but like I said, it's a full size. So it is just like a clear lip balm almost, but it preps your lips perfectly for lipstick application. I'm going to put some on and you can kind of see what I mean, but it's just what I need and I'm trying on all these lipsticks. So it's 1.7 grams, it's worth £20. If you are looking for the perfect lipstick application, this is a really nice product to have. It's nicely shaped, it goes on like a simple balm, but it just seems to really give you that nice base for lipstick. It kind of adds just enough moisture to help the lipstick adhere without being so moisturising. Like some lip balms are where you put your lipstick on and then it starts sliding around, which obviously you don't want. So yeah, this is an excellent product just on its own. It's been around for years and it's brilliant. Day number 4. Today we've got a liquid liner from MAC. I don't think I've ever had a liner from MAC that I can recall. I'm pretty terrible at doing eyeliner anyway. This is a Liquilash 24-hour waterproof liner in Point Black, and it's 2.5ml or 0.84 fluid ounce. It's a full size and it's worth £18.50. So these are the ones I'm particularly bad at applying, the liquid liners that come with a brush like this. So we're just going to do a little kind of swatch, because otherwise you're just going to watch me make myself look like a panda on camera. But it does seem to draw on quite nicely. It's quite a small brush, which I like actually. It should give me a little bit more control. And it really does look like blackest of black. But it's still really quite reflective, so it's the sort that I would leave that a few minutes. So I think if I touch it now, it's just going to smudge all over the place. So I think it'll take a few minutes to dry. Which isn't ideal, is it, when you're applying eyeliner to your lid and you need to like hold your eyes closed to stop it from sort of stamping all over your eyelid. So I shall have to be careful when I apply that. Maybe I've applied too much. But anyway, decent size because it is a full size. Although it looks diddy. Day number 5. No tissue paper today. So today we get MAC's newest mascara in a travel size, which is 8ml. Now 8ml is like a full size in some mascaras, but apparently it's just a travel size for MAC. This is worth £14. It's got a pretty decent brush on it. It's one of those kind of newer type brushes where it's like made of, I don't know if it's like a nylon or something kind of brush, but it does seem to sort of grip and pull. And I think the packaging is cool as well. I like that about it. So there we go, mascara. Day number 6. Day number 6 is a full-sized lipstick. This is in Chili, which is kind of a reddish brown is how I would describe it. It's more red than brown, but it's just got some slight brown undertones, if I'm remembering this correctly. I'm going to put it on, but I've already got this in a mini in my own collection, so I'm not going to start on this one until I finish the other one. I've got to think about that. So this is a 3-gram lipstick. It's worth £20. See, I'm all primed for lipstick now. So that is Chili, so it's a bit different from your kind of standard pillar box red. So I'd say it has got really slight reddy brown undertones, like it's just a slightly different type of red than your kind of traditional Christmas red. But I quite like it. I mean, obviously I've already got it in my collection as a mini, so yeah, what do we think of this one? A little update on the eyeliner. It's now dried down and will not budge, so it's gone up in my estimation. Day number 7. This doesn't feel like a lipstick. Okay, so today we've got an eyeshadow, and thank goodness I've not got any on today. That was deliberate so that I could put it on in the video, of course. This is What Clout Powder Kiss Soft Matte Eyeshadow, 1.5 grams, 0.05 ounce. It's a full size, it's worth £18.50. That's what it looks like with a bit of a one finger swatch. But like I said, I'm going to apply it now using my Charlotte Tilbury eye blender brush, which is my favourite eyeshadow brush of like all time. So hopefully you can see that little bit of colour there. So put it on this eye, not this. So I quite like that. You can kind of build it up and get a little bit more kind of colour out of it. But it's like a nice kind of day shade, isn't it? And like I said, at the same time, you can just build it up to get that little bit more intensity, but it feels really nice on the lids. I love the fact that it's like a matte. I seem to have all these palettes that are like full of like sparkle and shimmer and not a right lot of matte. So it's quite refreshing and nice to have a matte shadow again. Day number 8. Today we've got the Strobe Cream in Pink Light. And this is a 15ml or half fluid ounce. This is a travel size. It's worth £12.50. Kind of like a stroby highlighter thing, I believe. So I'm just going to get a little bit of the product and kind of put it where I would put a bit of highlight, and we'll see what that looks like. So I feel like this is just like a way for me to kind of update my makeup bag all in one go, and I love lipsticks, and there's lots of lipsticks and lip colours and things in here, so I like that about it. So that's just a subtle amount on there. Can't really tell if you can see that so good on the camera. This is a little bit more of the product here, so I think you can kind of go all over and just get like an all over kind of radiant finish, or you can just dot it if you just want like a really kind of subtle highlight. So that's what I've done. And that is day number 8. Day number 9. Today we get brow sets, which is just a clear brow gel. And I'm going to put some on because I deliberately haven't put any brow gel on today because I knew this was in here. It's almost like I knew what was coming. Before I unbox the calendar, I do sort of check everything's there, everything's present and correct, and then obviously I check and research for the prices of each individual item as well. So to be fair, this is about as much as I do to my brows on a daily basis anyway. They're quite dark as it is, so I don't generally bother filling them in or doing much with them. I just push them through with something. So this is my kind of product. But if you are somebody who obviously applies quite a lot of like colour and pencils them in and stuff, you could still kind of finish off with this, and I guess this would like set everything in place. So this is a full size 8g size. It's worth £18.50. Day number 10. So this is not a product that I was aware that MAC even did. Something a little bit different. This is the Prep and Prime Essential Oils. So it's kind of like a skincare product. It's grapefruit and chamomile. It's 14ml or 0.47 fluid ounce. It's in a glass bottle and it's got like a little dropper with it. So I think it's just like a facial oil that you apply to kind of prepare your skin, obviously before you moisturiser and stuff. So yeah, just not something I was aware they did at all. Smells quite nice as well. It does have a little bit of a kind of chamomile scent to it, so I kind of get where they're going with it, with that hint of grapefruit, so it enlivens it a little bit. This is a 14ml size. It is full size and it's worth £26. This is what the oil looks like. Feels quite nice on the skin actually. I think it would give it that little bit of a glow. It feels really nice actually. I'm quite impressed because I didn't really know that MAC were into any kind of skincare, so that's a nice little surprise. Day number 11. Today we've got a mini lipstick, and this is in Velvet Teddy, which is such a gorgeous kind of nude everyday shade. So this is mini size. It's a 1.8ml travel size. It's worth £14. I already have a mini on the go somewhere. I just don't know where it is. It's in one of my many handbags. But I've also got it in that set I was talking to you about. So we're going to apply that now so I can show you what it's like. So it's definitely a kind of Your Lips But Better shade. This is one of MAC's top selling shades. Like I said, I think it's just gorgeous for daytime. I love the fact that MAC do the minis as well because it gives you that chance to kind of sample them out without having to kind of commit to the full size. But I think it's stunning. And like I said, this little set that I got is all about the Velvet Teddy range. So hence why I picked it up, because I've just kind of fallen back in love with it. Day number 12. Another eyeshadow. This one is the Naked Lunch Frost eyeshadow. So I think it's called Naked Lunch, but it's a frost eyeshadow. Whatever a frost eyeshadow is. Put it there next to the other eyeshadow. So this is more of a kind of reflective, almost chromey type shadow, I would say. I'm going to put a little bit on in the corner of my eyes. We'll see what that looks like together. Really kind of brighten things up a little bit here on the inner corner. But this is quite a nice brightening shade because it's not matte, but it's not kind of crazy what do I do with this. It's quite a subtle, again, day shade to just brighten things up a little bit. This is a full size 1.5g and it's worth £17 in this size. So the eyeshadows seem to retail at slightly different amounts depending on which version of the eyeshadow it is. But yeah, another really nice kind of day shade. Day number 13. Today we've got one of their Glow Play lip balms in That Tickles. It's a full-size 3.6g lipstick worth £20. The thing for me, the packaging is a little odd compared to their usual packaging. So this is kind of like a thick plastic bordering on the metallic, and this is like a thin plastic. And the fact that it's see-through and stuff, it just sort of seems to almost feel like a cheaper lipstick to me. Just the packaging. It's something new they've done, and I'm just not a fan of the packaging, to be fair. But let's see how the product performs. So it is like a sheer lip balm. It's not got the same kind of coverage as you would expect from obviously a lipstick. It actually feels really comfortable on the lips. Not that the lipsticks don't, they absolutely do, but this just feels that much more moisturising. I actually really like that. It's described as like a deep nude. I think that's really lovely. And I think one thing that's quite surprising, certainly so far, about this calendar, and one thing that the reason why I checked what was inside as well before I ordered it, is I was a little bit worried that with MAC being, you know, big on makeup and editorial, like photo shoots, that it was going to be like crazy bold everything and none of it would be that wearable during the day, and I don't go out anymore, so I was like, but actually I think the vast majority of things in the calendar, and we don't know because we're only halfway through, but spoiler alert, I think it's all pretty okay, can be worn during the day and is actually really usable and wearable, which was a little bit of a surprise to me, but I like that. Obviously that suits me better, but yeah, I actually think that's really nice. Day number 14. Today we've got one of the lip glosses, which I think is a little bit like a lip gloss but with colour to it. It's a 2.4 gram or 0.08 ounce size. It's worth £12.50. It's a travel size. It's got that like lip glossy noise to it almost. And this is the applicator, which is quite interesting. So it's really thick and sticky, like to the point where it's actually quite hard to apply. So it's a bit like a brownie nude almost. When I first put it on, I didn't like it. It's growing on me slightly now I've got the whole lip done, but I always worry with shades like this that they make me look a bit ill. Do you know, like I need the colour to liven up my very pale face kind of thing. But what do we think of that? So that is the lip gloss in Spite. It does feel very, not heavy, but I'm aware it's on my lips, and it's kind of sticky as well, but not super sticky. At the same time, I do think it'll last quite a long time on the lips because it's got that stick, and that's the trade-off. I sometimes find if a lipstick or a lip gloss isn't sticky, it doesn't last very long. So you've got to kind of pick your battles with these products, haven't you? But that was day 14. Day number 15. Today we've got, I think, the only sample in here. Everything is full size or travel size except this product. So this is the Fix Plus, and it's basically this setting spray or skin refresher finishing mist is how they describe it. 13ml, 0.44 fluid ounce. This is worth £3.38, so not much in the way of value, but I do think it's a really cute size for me to put in my handbag, so I can make my peace with that. This is what the spray and everything looks like. Let's put some on, you can see how it sprays. I do use MAC Fix Plus. I have like a full size of it on my dresser. It's one of the setting sprays I use quite regularly, so it's a good product. I bought it in a full size, I can recommend it. It does make your makeup last a really long time, so it's all good. Obviously it would have been nice to have a bigger one, but like I said, I actually quite like the size of this because I think it's just that perfect size. This is one where I will keep this when I've run out of it, and then I can refill it with my bigger one. Yeah, because it's just super handy in this size. Day number 16. Today we've got a full-size lipstick. This is in the shade Russian Red, which is definitely more of a bright red colour. This is more me. So let's try it on. I do think MAC lipsticks apply pretty well. The shape and things just seems to really work. So that is Russian Red. Obviously I'm doing this without lip liner, without a lip brush or anything like that. But yeah, I really like that colour. Do like a big bright bold red. Day number 17. So I've got another eyeshadow. This one is in Espresso and it's the matte eyeshadow. Again, 1.5 grams. This is worth £17. This is quite a dark brown colour. I'm just going to use this just to add the teensiest bit of definition to my eyes because, oh, do they need it. I do find with having such kind of hooded eyes, if I can put a little bit of a sort of darker shade up in the corners to just kind of attract the light, it seems to add the bit of definition I need. I do love this brush for just doing everything. So yes, so that I think pairs really well with the other two shades. You've got that lighter inner, you've got the kind of overall kind of beigey type colour, and then you've got the brown to add the definition. So I think it just, the three of them complement each other perfectly, which I really like about this, because sometimes with calendars you get random colours thrown in with no real thought. This, it feels like someone's given it a bit of thought, so like that. Day number 18. So this looks interesting. This is called the Love Me Liquid Lip Colour. We've got it in the shade E for Effortless, and it's 3.1ml or 0.1 fluid ounce. It's a full size and it's worth £22. So quite a glossy kind of red. Another one I really, really like. I like this packaging. I think this packaging is seriously cool. Day number 19. We've got another eyeliner. This one is a kohl liner. It's the Technicolor liner and it's in the shade Graph Black. It is 0.35 grams or 0.012 ounce. It's a full size, it's worth £17. This actually reminds me of the Hourglass eyeliners, the ones that they do that go on the kind of inner part of your eye, if you know what I mean. I'll put a little bit of this on actually, on the inner bit of my eyelid so you can kind of see what I mean. So if you can see, it does add the slightest bit more definition. Day number 20. I've got another mini lipstick. This is in the shade Myrrh. I really like this. It's like a pinky shade that I wear during the day. I've already got this in a mini right here. Here's one I used earlier. You can see this one's a bit more kind of well used, well loved. Very lovely little lipstick though. It's in the 1.8mm travel size and it retails at £12.50. Okay, we're going in with Myrrh. You can see it's just a really nice pinky shade. This has got like a satin finish, so I find it lasts a couple of hours, then it needs topping up. For eating and drinking, it needs topping up. It's not a matte lipstick, it's just not going to last forever. But I do like the feel of it because it just feels super comfortable and I think it just leaves a really nice shade on the lips. I really like this colour. Like I said, that's why I already have this particular one because I really love it. Day number 21. Okay, so we've got another eyeshadow, but this one is glittery. It's called the Dazzle Shadow, and it's in the shade Oh So Guilty, spelled G-I-L-T-Y. But it's just like a sort of sparkly gold. You can see that there. I will just put a little bit on the middle of my eyelid. This is a 1 gram shadow and this retails at £18.50. Day number 22. Today we've got another lip gloss, but this one is in the shade Nymphette. Travel size 2.4mm, retails at £12.50. Oof, I actually really like that noise. That reminds me of getting ready as like a teenager or a young adult and like getting your lip gloss out and it just making that noise. Okay, that's got a lot of shimmer to it. I didn't expect that. I expected it to just be pink, but it's like pink with like a gold shimmer. What do you think? It's kind of growing on me as it catches the light, but I would never normally buy a pink lip gloss with like a gold shimmer. Day number 23. Okay, so now we're getting glittery. This is the Pro Longwear Paint Pot in Born to Beam. This is what it looks like. Ooh, it feels different. It actually feels like somebody has just packed a load of glitter onto some, I don't even know, varnish. That's what it feels like. You can see how this would make a pretty cool look to the eyes in that gold. Hopefully the camera is kind of picking that up because it is super gold in real life. This is 5 grams and it's worth £18.50. Okay, we're up to our last day, Christmas Eve, day number 24. Okay, so we've got a lipstick and it's a Lustre Glass lipstick in Sea Sheer. The packaging on this one is a lot more kind of reflective and almost sort of mirror-like, and then in the middle, if you can see this here, if I compare it to just like one of the minis, it's got like a proper metal strip instead of just like a silver coloured one. So it's a little bit sort of more luxe and a little bit fancier. Packaging is stunning, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually got MAC etched along the lipstick there as well, so a little bit extra fancy. So this is like a balmy lipstick. I love this. This feels so kind of soft and creamy on the lips, and this is a sort of day shade I would definitely reach for. I like this a lot. What do we think? Love the packaging as well. This just feels luxurious. I would have thought they'd have gone for a red actually for Christmas Day, but of course you can wear whichever one you want by that point because you've opened them all. But yeah, like I said, this is a full size. This retails at £22. So that was the MAC Advent Calendar for 2022. What do we think of this one? I really like it. I think for £165 with the amount of full sizes and travel sizes and the range of products and the colours and things, I absolutely love it. I am so impressed with this calendar. I think it's worth it because I love it. And like I said, I do wear makeup regularly. I love lipsticks and things. So for me, it's perfect. And I just feel like I've upgraded my makeup collection massively. So I really, really like it. I'm surprised it's not been spoken about more because the packaging is so cool, and like I said, I do think it's really good value for money as well. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if there's any lipsticks in particular you think I should be wearing, and let me know if you'll be picking up this calendar. Like I said, I'll put links and stuff under the video if you do want to go grab one. So there's lots more advent calendar unboxings to come. There's lots already on the channel, and then coming up I've also got Harvey Nichols, if that's not up already. I've got latest in beauty coming, lots and lots of new advent calendars to unbox for you. So I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. It lets me know you're enjoying the content I'm producing, and I'd love it if you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to be notified when my next video goes live. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.